Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today's video I thought we'd have a little bit of fun with, and it's myth busting with the law of attraction. I love myth busting because across my law of attraction journey over the last 6 years, I've certainly heard a lot and thought, is that true? And then found out that it doesn't work or that there's absolute rubbish. And also as well, clients come to me all of the time saying like, Emma, I've done this, I've done that, it doesn't work. And I'm like, what? Where have you learned this? Like, where have you learned this? So myth busting is definitely something which is important to do to give you guys the real truth, the real facts, the real tools, and the real modalities to manifest your dream life and to feel good within yourself as well. Because as we know, feelings create energy and energies create your manifestation. So it's super important to feel good within yourself as well. So I hope you're really going to enjoy this video, and I'd love to hear your myths or your questions, because you may not know they're myths. It's up to me to debunk them for you. But your questions of maybe something you've been trying with the law of attraction and maybe it's not been working, or you're feeling frustrated, or you're not getting results, please comment your questions in the comments below, because I'm going to be doing more of these myth busting episodes, and it'd be really good to hear from you guys what you feel could be a myth, or maybe what you feel isn't working, so I can debunk it for you and give you the truth and the answers of what does work and what doesn't work. So please do let me know, because I'll be doing tons more of these videos and would love to feature your questions and help you guys. So our first myth is that you cannot think bad thoughts. If you think of anything negative, it's going to instantly manifest, and everything you think of manifests. I love this one because I definitely believed this one myself. When I was very early on in my law of attraction journey, it was very much spoken about, you cannot think anything negative, you must think positive thoughts, positive vibes only, and that is the only way you manifest. If you think negative thoughts, then basically it's going to manifest and bad things are going to happen. I hear this all the time from clients, and I see it in comments, I see it in the membership as well, of people saying this. It is the biggest freaking myth there is. It is not true whatsoever, and I really want to stress that. And what I started finding was that any limiting beliefs or fears I had, or any inner critic statements that kept coming up, like, oh, you shouldn't do this or whatever, you know, like we all know what the inner talk is, it would just get louder, and I'd be like, nope, block it out. Positive thoughts, I'm so grateful for a beautiful day today, positive thoughts, and not think about it. And then 2 seconds later, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. And they get louder and louder and louder until I'm just so frustrated that this thought is taking over my day and taking over my mind, that I used to think there was something wrong with me. And I used to think like, bloomin' heck, like this inner child in me, inner critic, ego is like, loud, and this, you know, like, why is it not going away? Like I'd push it, bash it, swear at it, everything at it, and it would still get louder and louder and louder, and the thoughts would persist. And then when I ignored it, it would try another way to get my attention and be more dramatic and be more worse. And I thought, you know, I used to say to my friends, I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? There was nothing wrong with me. I just had limiting beliefs and fears. My inner child, inner critic ego was just trying to get my attention. And the way to get the attention is to be dramatic, right? So if you're ignoring that, it's just going to find different ways to come up, different times to come up. And it's just going to be that niggling little fly flying around you. And you're just like, go away. So the way that we work with that and truly understand what they mean by this step or this tool is, yes, think positive thoughts. Yes, have positive vibes, but we're human and we have thousands of polarity thoughts every single day. Good thoughts, positive thoughts, neutral thoughts, maybe some negative thoughts. We have a brain, it's very human. And although we're souls having a human experience, we need to understand we have a very human body. And although we have a spiritual body, an energetic body, like our soul, and we have a physical body, and our physical body is very here, very 3D, very like human, and we're gonna have thoughts. But think about it, if every single person's thoughts instantly manifested in this world, it would be a chaotic world. We'd have pink elephants everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, we know that our thoughts are sometimes just thoughts, and we just have to witness them as, okay, that's a thought. Does it mean anything? Does it not? Is it going to manifest? Probably not. What manifests is your consistent vibration. Now, yes, your words create your reality. Yes, your thoughts and energy create your reality, but it has to be consistent. You know, I can't just say like, I want to see a pink elephant today and a pink elephant's going to turn up in my street. No, I'm probably going to see a pink elephant on Instagram later or something, you know. We'll see how it turns up. But essentially, our thoughts don't just manifest. So if you're thinking like, oh, I'm probably not, am I going to get that job? No, that's not just going to instantly ruin your chances of getting a job. But if that is your consistent energy and vibration, and every single day you are believing that statement, yeah, you're probably not going to get it. But if you are feeling neutral or feeling positive and a thought comes up and you're just like, oh, where's that come from? There's nothing bad with that. There's nothing negative with that. It's literally just feedback from the inner child, feedback from the inner critic, the ego. So when we have that feedback, it's really important to witness it. It's important to reassure it, and it's important to sit with it. So feel into what it's trying to tell you. What is the feedback? Why is it trying to get your attention? And how can you reassure that inner child within you that everything's going to be okay? So if they're saying like, you're probably not going to get the job anyway, say, I hear you, I see you, I love you, I'm here. I know you're worried that we're not going to get that job, but it's out of our hands anyway. All we can do is show up and be the best version of ourselves and show them how talented we are, and what's meant for us will never pass us by. So give yourself that reassuring self-talk every single time those thoughts come up. And within a couple of days, a week, 3 weeks maximum, you will notice massive shifts of how your inner critic, ego, inner child pipes up to you. So yes, of course, it's important to consciously make a positive impact in your life by cultivating, you know, positive daily routine, mindfulness, anything that can help you to naturally feel elevated and naturally feel a little bit more positive. But with that, you know, if you're taking that action and you're helping yourself positively, you know, that's a really good thing, which is absolutely going to help your vibration and your energy. But if you have a bad thought, it's not the end of the world. Don't beat yourself up. Don't, you know, have a go at yourself or, you know, criticize yourself. It happens to every single one of us. Even I, after 6 years of a lot of inner work, still have thoughts sometimes, but I have that communication with my inner child where I comfort her, I reassure her, and I give her what she needs, which is that reassurance. And you'll notice as soon as you witness it and sit with it and allow those thoughts to flow through you, how quickly they move through you. And feeling is healing. And anybody who is saying to you, do not think bad thoughts, otherwise they're going to manifest, it's absolutely spiritual bypassing. You cannot bypass it at all. You have to sit with it. You have to witness it. It is feedback, and it's not there to punish you. It's not there to bring you down. It is simply feedback to be released, and that's it. Simple as that. So it is absolutely a myth, and all you need to do is sit with it, feel it, reassure the inner child, and you'll notice it soon goes. And if it becomes more persistent or more potent, then work with somebody, whether it's a coach like myself or maybe a therapist, a counselor, whoever you feel you resonate with, to work to release that with modalities and tools that you resonate with, because it's absolutely there, you know, that helps there for you as well to help you feel good and to alleviate those thoughts and to find that inner peace. So absolutely a myth. You can think bad thoughts if you want to, but it's your consistent energy and consistent vibration that affects and manifests. And of course, there is divine protection within the universe as well. Do you know what I mean? There is protection, so what is not meant for you is still never going to come your way. Don't worry. Myth number 2 is you can have everything you ask for. Incorrect. Now, before everyone's like, Emma, you're literally just ruining all your work by saying you can't have anything you ask for. Yes and no is my answer to this. Yes, what we set our hearts upon, we can have, if it is for the highest good. So say for instance, a certain career that you wanted was generally not for your highest good, and it was not in your life plan, and something even better and even more amazing was for you. You may not get that desire because the universe is trying to positively push you towards, through experience, through learning, to the even better career that is waiting for you. So no, we don't always get everything we ask for. but we may get experiences or tastes of it and learn from those small snippets or tastes of that experience that actually that's really not what we want and it's not for our highest good. And I've had that throughout my manifesting my manifesting journey, absolutely, where I've been like, oh my God, this is so meant for me. And then I get a little taste of it and I'm like, absolutely not. It is not meant for me. And I realize now why that is not meant for me and why that did not come into fruition. So we don't always get what we ask for, but there's also a level of, protection with that. There's a level of definitely a reason why. There's so many things that come into this life as well. Yes, the law of attraction is there. Yes, the law of attraction works. We know it works. But also there's 6 other laws to the universe. And when you put these all together, you learn the real essence of how the universe and, the law of attraction works, where it's a co-creation process, and it's not to punish you. It's not to do anything wrong. Yes, take control of your life. You are the author and creator of your life. But you're also a co-creator, and you also only want what's meant for you. So yes, you can have what you ask for, but it may manifest into something that's slightly a little bit different if the original manifestation is not for your highest good. So you may still get the career that you want, but not at the same firm, not at the same company. Could be an even better paid job, even better prospects, even better colleagues that work there. So it's always something better. It's never anything worse, definitely not. So that's why it's important to say when you manifest this or something better for the highest good of all. So then you're always protecting yourself and you're not having to go through those learning experiences as such. But we still go through them, and it teaches you lots of valuable lessons and helps you to realize why actually you should trust the universe a little bit more, and actually how we don't always know what's for our highest good. And the universe can see a lot more than we can see in our human perspective. So another myth, yes, you can have everything you ask for, but not as like an egotistical, I'm writing a list and I'm getting everything I ask for. Nope. It is a co-creation process, and you'll only get what's for your highest good. Number 3 is you can bypass and hack the inner work. I love this one. I love this one because I have had a few clients over the years who've said to me like, oh yeah, I was told by so-and-so that I just didn't have to do the inner work, that I didn't have trauma, trauma didn't exist, and yeah, I'm fine. I was like, cool, how's that working out for you? And they're like, awful, it's definitely real. I was like, yeah, definitely is real. And that person, for example, had real trauma, and someone had just completely bypassed it and was like, yeah, just don't think about it. No, please do think about it, and please get the help for it. So bypassing and hacking. Okay, so a lot of people in this industry, like coaches, gurus, teachers, love to use the words bypassing and hacking. I recently saw something where I said you can bypass all the years of limiting beliefs and fears that you've had. You can just bypass it all. Like, you don't even need to do anything. We're just going to bypass it all. And I kind of had a bit of a head slap moment where I thought, okay, maybe you're actually gonna teach these people that, and that's great, but maybe let's not use the word bypass, because people, I think, get the wrong connotations with that. So regardless of that, I do see it a lot. And we cannot bypass the inner work. Just like I gave in that previous example of like, oh, just think positive thoughts. That's also bypassing. So if we're bypassing it, we know exactly what happens. It just comes up stronger and stronger and stronger. So absolutely not. You cannot bypass the inner work. You cannot hack anything, but using the right tools and modalities and working with the right people, you absolutely can find processes, methods, and tools that absolutely help and alleviate things very quickly. So yes and no. Well, you can't bypass anything, you can't hack anything, but you can find processes, tools, and methods that really work effectively and really work for you. So you're noticing like results and feeling better pretty quickly, sometimes after 1 or 2 sessions with somebody. So there are things like that, definitely. So I wouldn't say that's a hack. I would say that's just working with someone. I would just say that's a sensible move to work with somebody and to receive that help, and to, learn from someone who's maybe been through it themselves and can help you to go through that as well with the right methods. So definitely the inner work is possible. You can absolutely heal from limiting beliefs and fears. You can heal your inner child. You can heal absolutely everything. And there are amazing people, like I help people. There are amazing people out there who even I work with for my own stuff, which help you to do all of this. So it's definitely possible. And the importance of doing the inner work is really to feel free, to feel happy, to not feel burdened by the limiting beliefs and fears, and to, become that energetic magnet for your desires. And from someone who's gone through the inner work myself, and it's a continuous process, definitely, we all go throughout our lives, of course, it feels so much better when you do it, so much better. And it feels rewarding because you're seeing the results. Like, I see the results in my life with my manifestations. I see the results in how I wake up and feel every single day. So to me, that is so much more valuable and the most beautifulest journey that I've been down, that it doesn't matter whether it took 2 sessions or 10 sessions. Everything is still relevant and worth it because of the results that I have here and now. But some of my biggest breakthroughs have been from like one powerful session with somebody, energy healers, whatever. So do you know what? Like, you really can have those quick results and shifts when you're working with the right tools for what you're dealing with. So yes, you can work with it quickly, but no, you can't hack it. And no, you definitely can't bypass it. It will still be there and still be shouting at you if you're not taking that positive action. Number 4 is that there are 3 steps to the law of attraction. Hell no, there are not. I know obviously a lot of people do believe there is, and they're great steps. I still use them. But I also think there are 5 steps, and this is why I've written about my 5 steps in my book, Positively Wealthy. I've done YouTube playlists here on YouTube with my 5 steps to the law of attraction. The 3 steps are just not comprehensive enough. They're really not going into the depths of the inner work. They're not going into the depths of energy or how the law of attraction really works. So a lot of people will come across the 3 steps, try them out, they might get some, hit and miss successes, but maybe the biggest stuff is not manifesting. And then they come to me, or they come to here on my YouTube channel, or read my books and give me a message afterwards, and they're like, wow, 5 steps, so much better. I've manifested instantly and I understand it now. So definitely I believe there are 5 steps. Some people even think there's more steps. So I don't think there's a definitive step process, which is the one and only right answer. But for me, this is what really helps. This is what really helps my clients and helps you guys here. So go and check out my playlist of my 5 steps to the law of attraction. And if you want to read my book, Positively Wealthy, as well, it's all in there for you. Number 5 is affirmations. And I wanted to include this one because this is, again, something probably 90% of my clients come to me with, only because the other 10% are probably more business related. But even business clients come to me with affirmation struggles. And they're like, really, I'm struggling with this. Like, I've been trying all these affirmations and I still feel as rubbish as I did from day one. And I'm like, okay, do you believe the affirmation you're saying? And they're like, no, not at all. So the myth here is that you can say any affirmation and within 21 days, you're magically going to believe it. No. And I think probably a lot of you can nod your heads here and be like, oh my God, that has been me. And it definitely has been me over the years as well. You have to believe your affirmations to some degree for them to work. So this is why I always say to my clients, and again, I've put this in my books as well, that you have to believe it on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being, I don't believe it at all. 10 being, I fully believe this affirmation. If it's a 7 or above, keep the affirmation and work with it. Brilliant. If it's not, if it's a 6 or below, simplify it. So if the affirmation was, I am worthy and deserving of love, and you're like, oh, no, absolutely not over a 7, simplify it to, I love myself. Or if that even doesn't feel a 7 or above, simplify it, I like myself. So really it's about simplifying the affirmation to get to a point where it feels like a 7 or above for you. Work with that for 21 days or as long as you need to until it's an 8, 9 or 10, probably more of a 9 or 10, and then upgrade the statement. So upgrade it until you reach that original statement, which then will feel a 7 or above because you're building yourself up the belief scale. You're building yourself up to a place where you've got stability and you're believing that statement more, so then you can truly work with that original affirmation to make it a 9 or a 10 as well. So affirmations truly work, speaking into your reality, putting your intentions out there, affirming things absolutely works. but we have to believe it to some degree for the law of attraction to work. So if you work with affirmations and you've been struggling, that's why. Absolute myth. It needs to be believable to some degree. So I hope that helps, and I hope that's going to help your affirmation process as well. But those are my 5 myths for today. Let me know whether this video has helped, whether any of those you've been like, oh my God, that is so me, I've done that and it hasn't worked. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. And like I said at the beginning, let me know your questions or methods you want me to myth bust on and give you the truth, give you the tools and modalities to help you truly manifest your dreams this year. So thank you so much guys for watching. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And also don't forget you can join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a great week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next YouTube video, which will be next week. Lots of love, guys.